Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Lima. I'm one of the counselors on campus. In this presentation, I will review the steps you need to take to register for your classes for next school year. I will also discuss the graduation requirements and the classes you need to take to go straight from Warren High School to a 4-year university. Those classes are known as the A through G requirements. Before I jump into the presentation, I would like to share a thought with you guys. As we approach the 1-year mark since we transitioned to distance learning, I think of all of the ways COVID has changed our lives. Undoubtedly, it has had an impact on every single one of us in some fashion. However, some things have not changed. Long before I started working at Warren, I learned what a special place this was by coming to sporting events. Hearing the insane roar of the cave nearly a block away as I approached the stadium, and always seeing the energy in our athletes, band, cheer, and dance teams was absolutely next level stuff. To me, being a bear means to have grit, confidence, determination, teamwork, an unrelenting spirit to win, and most importantly, it means to be a family. I see all of those qualities in the most important part of our campus. I see it in you. Your determination to achieve and battle through the difficulties you have faced this year has not gone unnoticed. Please know that we are proud of you and we believe in you, and we are here to support you every step of the way. We want you guys to know that this video, the slides, and the registration handout will all be posted on the Warren High School Distance Learning website under the Counselor tab for your reference. We also want you to know that the counselors use the Remind app to send out important information, and we definitely do not want you guys to miss out. Please take a moment to find out who your counselor is and add them to your Remind account. Avid students, please note that there are 4 counselors responsible for all Avid students. Please double check to make sure you know who your counselor is. Also, please make sure you add the College and Career Center to your Remind account as well. As counselors, we believe it is really important for all students to thoroughly know and understand the graduation requirements. I would like to discuss some basic information regarding credits with you. So, how much is each class worth? Each class is worth 5 credits. Most of you are enrolled in 6 classes, so if you do some simple math, then you will see that every semester you can gain 30 credits. Each school year is comprised of 2 semesters, so if you do 30 times 2, you can gain 60 credits in a year. Across the 4 years, you can earn 240 credits. However, the important question is, how many credits do you need to graduate? That, my friends, is 220 credits. All students must earn 220 credits to earn a diploma. How many credits should you have right now as you are halfway through your sophomore year? If you have passed all of your classes since the start of your freshman year, you will have a total of 90 credits. To be on track for graduation, all sophomores need to have a minimum of 70 credits at this point. If you've passed all of your classes through this semester, you will have a total of 120 credits by the end of the year. To be considered a junior, all students need to have a minimum of 100 credits. Although there are some exceptions to the rule, all sophomores will already have taken 15 credits of English, math, PE, and science, and 5 credits of world history and 5 credits of health. In order to earn a Warren High School diploma, all students must earn passing grades in each of the classes listed on this chart. At the top of the chart, you can see the social science classes that are required for graduation. All of you are currently taking world history and will move on to American history in the 11th grade. As seniors, you will take a semester of government and a semester of economics. English is required for all 4 years. In the remaining subjects, you can see how many more semesters are needed to fulfill that requirement. I would like to call your attention to the bottom of the chart in the red font. As I mentioned earlier, all students need to earn 220 credits in order to graduate. You need to pass all the classes on this chart and earn 220 credits to earn your diploma. Remember that number, okay, guys? 220 credits because your counselor is going to ask you about it. 220 credits is what you need to graduate. In order to be eligible for admissions to a four-year college or university, such as a Cal State, a UC, or a private school, each of the classes on this list must be passed with a C or better. The really cool thing is that all of these classes, which are known as the A through G requirements, are included in the graduation requirements I just finished discussing on the previous slide. We strongly encourage you to try to earn the best grade possible, as an elevated GPA will greatly improve your chances of being admitted to one of these universities. If you need to retake a graduation requirement in which you earned an F, or repair an A through G course in which you earned a D, you will need to attend summer school. Remember, you must earn a C or better in all A through G courses. Summer school will be a 6-week session that runs from June 7th through July 15th. APEX is an online credit recovery program. During the school year, students can make up academic or elective credits during period 0, 1, or 7. We want to make sure you are passing your other classes, as we do not want to overwhelm you with additional courses. Space is limited and usually reserved for upperclassmen. If you would like to obtain more information about our APEX program, please speak to your counselor. All of you should be very familiar with Student Connection by now. It is the online account in which you and your parents or guardians can check grades, attendance, and email teachers. You will use Student Connection to register for your classes for next school year. There will be 2 steps to completing the registration process. First, you will select your classes on Student Connection beginning on Monday, February 22nd at 2 p.m. through Friday, February 26th at 11:59 p.m. Again, as shown on this slide in red, please make sure you select your courses on Student Connection between Monday, February 22nd and Friday, February 26th. The second step of this process is the one-on-one Zoom meeting with your counselor to review your course selections. The counseling team will hold one-to-one Zoom meetings between Thursday, February 25th and Friday, March 5th. Your teacher will let you know when your class is scheduled to meet with your counselors for your one-to-one Zoom meetings. We recommend you complete the registration process on a laptop or desktop computer, as it might make things a little bit easier for you. However, if you plan to register for your classes using an iPhone, click on the 2 capital A's at the top of the page to request the desktop version of the website. Otherwise, you will not be able to select your classes for your junior year. Okay, guys, so now I want to show you how you're going to select your classes for next school year once you get to the Student Connection website. So go ahead and enter your login and your password to gain access to your accounts. Once you get to this part of the website, you should be able to see your name in this area. If you don't see it, click on the minus and plus sign, and then you should definitely see it come up. We want you to click on the 11th grade to select your junior year classes. As you begin to select your classes for next school year, one thing that you can do is to have your Student Connection account side by side with your registration form. That way, it can serve to guide you and ensure that you are selecting the appropriate courses. Before we proceed, let's make sure that you selected grade 11 here at the top of the Student Connection page, and that you have your registration form right beside it. I want to take a moment to remind you that all of the materials used in this presentation will be posted on the Warren High School Distance Learning website under the Counselor tab. You'll also notice that the steps you need to take to register for your classes are also listed here at the top of the registration form. Here on your Student Connection page, go ahead and click on Request here on the lower left side. You'll notice 2 classes have been pre-selected for you. If you will not be taking one of those classes, please mention it to your counselor during your one-to-one Zoom meeting. Please remember that the meeting with your counselor will take place between Thursday, February 25th and Friday, March 5th. Okay, everyone, here's the next step. Grab your cursor and drag it towards the right-hand side here where it says Add Edit Request. You can see it's located right above the 2 pre-selected courses. Go ahead and click on Add Edit Request. As that page pops up, I want to focus your attention back to the registration form. Notice here in section A, there's a class titled SDC American History, and right below it in section B, there's a class titled RSP English 11 and SDC English 11. All of the RSP and SDC classes are reserved for our friends that have an IEP. If you are in that program, please know that we will be working with your teachers and the case managers to make sure that you are placed in the appropriate classes for next school year. All 11th graders are required to take a U.S. history class. If you will be taking the regular U.S. history class and it's already included in the pre-selected classes here at the top of the page, then you are ready to move on to section B. If you are taking AP European history and you're doing well with an A or a high B, you can go ahead and select AP US History for next school year. If you are in regular world history but plan on taking AP US History next year, please ensure that you are earning an A or high B in both your English and your world history class. You will need to speak to your current history teacher to see if he will recommend you to take the AP class for next school year. Once you obtain that recommendation, come here to your Student Connection account and in the search box, start typing in the name of the course. Once you click on the course, you will see that there is a course description here, and then you can click on Add Selected Course. If that's the class you're going to take, then your counselor will remove the regular U.S. history class when you meet with them one-on-one in your Zoom meeting. Okay, let's move on to section B. Take a look here at the registration form and notice that we have a class titled English 11 TL, and we also have some academic ELD classes at the bottom of section B. Those classes are reserved for our friends in the EL program. If you are part of that program, please know we will work with your teachers to make sure you are in the correct classes for next school year. If you will be taking the regular English 11 class next year, and it's already included in the pre-selected classes here at the top of your Student Connection page, then you are ready to move on to section C. If you are currently taking Honors English 10 and performing well with an A or high B, then you can move on to AP English Language for your junior year. If you are in regular English this year and performing well with a high A and would like to challenge yourself by moving up to AP English Language for next school year, please have a conversation with your teacher to see if he or she will recommend you for the AP class for next year. If you obtain that recommendation, please make sure you add it here on your Student Connect account so it can be included as one of your requests. If you recall the graduation requirement chart I showed earlier, all students must pass 3 years of math to earn a diploma. You'll notice there is not a pre-selected course for you in math. You will have to select the next level of math for your junior year. For instance, if you are in Integrated Math 1, you will move on to Integrated Math 2 next year. If you are in Integrated Math 2, please select Integrated Math 3 on your Student Connection account. If you are in Honors Integrated Math 2 and doing well with an A or B, go ahead and select Honors Integrated Math 3. If you are earning an A or a high B in regular Integrated Math 2, you can obtain a recommendation from your current teacher if you are interested in taking Honors Integrated Math 3. If you need to attend summer school for your math class, please speak to your counselor about it during your one-to-one Zoom meetings. To meet the graduation and university admissions requirements, all students must pass 2 years of science. 1 year needs to be a life science course such as The Living Earth, biology, or principles of biomedical science. The other year needs to be a physical science class such as conceptual physics or chemistry. Although you will meet the minimum requirements by passing your first 2 years of science, we strongly encourage you to take additional science classes as colleges and universities look very favorably upon students that exceed the minimum requirements. Since you are now in a position to select your electives, I encourage you to look for classes that pertain to your interests. As an example, let's say as a student, I was interested in the medical field. One class that would really help me out in the sciences would be anatomy and physiology, which is a class that I'm going to add here on my Student Connection account. If you are unsure of what career path to follow or what you will choose for your college major, then I invite you to visit our College and Career Center. They can support you with career exploration and assist in selecting classes that support your interests. All students must pass 2 years of PE to earn a diploma. If you still need to take PE after the school year to fulfill that requirement, please make sure you add that as one of your classes. You can also use PE or weight training as one of your elective choices. If you are in the marching band and plan on continuing next school year, please make sure you add that as your choice in Student Connection. For our students that play one or multiple sports, please enter PE Sports Athletics. I also want to make a note for students that are planning on joining band or a sports team next school year. You have to make sure that you make the band or team during tryouts or the audition process before you add the class to your schedule. Only add marching band or sports if you already belong in one of those programs. World Languages, Section E. All students must pass 2 years of world languages to meet graduation and A through G requirements. If you are taking a world language class, go ahead and enter the next level. For example, if I am taking Spanish 1, I will go ahead and enter Spanish 2 here on my Student Connection account. If you will meet your world language requirement this year, remember that exceeding the minimum requirements will make you stand out on your college applications. If you are planning on not taking additional years of world language, please skip Section E. If you will take a world language for the first time next year, you can select from American Sign Language 1, German 1, or Spanish 1. If you understand and speak Spanish and would like to take Spanish next year, go ahead and select Heritage Spanish 2. This class fulfills the world language requirement as it counts for 2 years of Spanish. Earlier in the presentation, when I reviewed credits, I mentioned that if you take 6 classes each semester, then you can earn a total of 60 credits each school year. Now, if you look here at my Student Connection page, you can see that I'm already enrolled in 50 credits. That means I have room for one more 10 credit elective or 2 5 credit classes. All students need to take 1 year of a visual performing arts class. Now, if you haven't had it in the ninth or in the 10th grade, that means you need to take it in the 11th or the 12th grade. If you want to take it in the 11th grade, simply type in the name of any of the class that you're interested in here in the search box on your Student Connection account. And once you find the one that you're interested in, go ahead and add that to your request. In this example, I'm going to choose to take my Visual Performing Arts class as a senior. That way, I get to choose an elective from Section G. As you look through the classes listed in Section G, you might have noticed that there are a lot more options to choose from than when you registered for the 9th and the 10th grades. Here's another perfect opportunity to select classes that align with your interests. Earlier, as an example, I said I wanted to go into the medical field. I have looked through the list and have decided to choose psychology and sociology as my options. I'm choosing psychology because I think it's important for me to know and understand the difficulties that my future patients have faced. And sociology will teach me to know and understand people from different backgrounds, religions, and cultures. So I'm going to go ahead and enter those here on my Student Connect account. Now, although I have 60 credits that I'm enrolled in next year, that should complete my schedule. But we need some help from you guys. One thing that happens every year is that classes get full. In the event that I'm not able to get all of these classes, I'm going to have to select some backup classes to tell my counselor. Now, we don't want you to add the backup classes here on Student Connect. Rather, once you have your 60 credits input here on Student Connect, we want you to write either on your phone, on your notebook, or on your computer at least 3 classes that you can use as a backup in case you don't get your number one choice that you put here on Student Connect. When you meet with your counselor during your one-on-one meeting on Zoom, please let them know what are your backup classes so that way when you return to start the 11th grade, you should have one of the classes or the backup classes you chose during this registration period. Please take a moment to read the information on AP Seminar and AP Research on this slide and Student Voice on the following slide. Once you have selected all of your classes for next year, and you have made sure that you have 60 credits listed here on your Student Connection page, go ahead and click on Submit here at the top of the page to complete the registration process. Before I end, I want to share one last thought with you. During these very stressful times, practicing self-care is of utmost importance. If you are feeling stressed and overwhelmed, you're definitely not alone. Here on this slide, we have some really cool websites and phone apps that we recommend to help get you through these difficult times. Additionally, in our Calming Cave inside of the Warren High School distance learning website, we have posted additional resources for you. We hope that all of you are safe, that you take care of yourselves and each other. We miss you guys very much, and we can't wait until we are back on campus together again when it is safe to do so. So long, my friends. Take care.